Hey, first grade, get ready for CKLA today. Today you're going to need a paper and a pencil and a different color to correct your spelling test. At any time, you can hit the pause button and go find that. Turn your voice on for some tricky sound spellings with Miss Beckmeyer.
Ready, go. Ch. Ready, go. Sh. Ready, go. F. Ready, go. Ready, go. Qu. Ready, go. E. Ready, go. I. Ready, go. A. Ready, go. O. Ready, go. U. Ready, go. Oo. Ready, go. Ready, go. Ow. Ready, go. Oi. Ready, go. Ready, go. R. Ready, go. Or. Okay, nice job.
Nice work. Now we are going to do our spelling test. I will read the words pretty fast, so you should pause the video to give yourself time to write them down. Number 1 is gem. That is a beautiful gem. Number 2 is magic. He did some magic and it was so cool. Number 3 is fringe. There's fringe hanging off my shirt. Number 4 is your. I can't wait to go to your house. Number 5 is charged. David makes sure all our classroom's laptops are charged. Number 6 is jumping. The bunnies are jumping all over the room. Number 7 is germ. You want to wash your hands to get the germ off of it. And number 8 is jars. We make jelly and put it in jars. I hope you hit that pause button a lot to give yourself a lot of time to write all the words. Now get out your color and correct it. Here on my screen you can see a really good way to correct your work. That also really helps your brain learn your spelling words. We cannot wait to receive the picture. Make sure to send the picture of your corrected spelling test to your teacher. Alrighty, amigos. Today is all about the sound. Say Say I hear ya. We already know from kindergarten that the R spells the sound right here. And read the word with me. Ready, go. Red. R spells the sound, and it spells it a lot. That power bar tells us that that R spells the sound a whole lot of the time. There's another way to spell the sound that you know. It's with the double R. The two R's together also make the sound. Read the word with me. Ready, go. It. Ferret. Ferret's like a little animal. This double R also makes the sound. But today, the exciting thing you need to learn is that WR also makes the sound. Say what? Yeah. A little bit ago, we would have looked at the WR and we would have said No. WR just makes the sound. It makes the sound. Yeah, it does. Let's look at the power bar to see how often WR spells the sound. It's really tiny. That tells us that the WR only spells the sound a little bit of the time. Now let's read the word that is right below it, right here. Ready, go. Wrist. Was it wrist? No. It's just wrist. WR spells the sound. Let's get some more practice reading words that have the WR spelling in them that make the sound. Ready, go. Wrong. Nice. You said when you saw the WR spelling. Ready, go. Wreck. Okay. Ready, go. Right. Nice. You are saying the sound when you see the WR spelling. Nice job, amigos. Now that we know that there are 3 ways to spell the sound, we want to practice that by organizing our spellings on the spelling tree. I'm going to show you a few and you get to do a few yourself. I'm going to first read the word. Rich. What spelling is making the sound in rich? Ooh, I see that it has an R in there to make the sound in rich. So I'm going to put the rich word on my R branch. We're going to read this next word. Ready, go. Ferret. Oh yeah, I like that animal. Ferret. Okay, I heard the sound. And I'm looking at the word. What letters spell the sound in this word? There's not just one R, there's 2 R's. The double R spells the sound in the word ferret. Okay, now we have this next one. See if you can read it faster than me. Okay, Ms. Tarbox just told me that WR also makes the sound. Okay, written. Oh, like writing, written. Okay, it's not just the R that spells the sound in this word. There's actually a WR. The WR is what's spelling the sound in this word, so I'm going to put it on the WR branch. Give yourselves a pat on the back for a job. Well done. Woohoo! You're doing a great job. I know you got this. You can do this all by yourself. You're going to sort these 3 letters onto the branches. When you are done putting these 3 leaves on your branches, please send a picture of your work to your teacher. Here's an example of some great work done by one of the many students sending us their awesome work, Anna. Anna drew her leaves on the side and then she drew lines to attach them to the tree. Great job sending us your work. Your work may look like this or it may look a little different. You got this. You have been so focused, working so hard. Today it's time for a wiggle break. I want you to pause the video and see if you can do 50 jumpy jacks better and crispier than me. Just like this. Have fun. Get your wiggles out. Man, that was a lot of jumpy jacks, but I know I can have fun and go right back to focusing. We go fun to focus. We're going to read a story called The Hike today. Ooh, hiking. We love to hike. I know a lot of you love to hike. I love to hike too. We're going to read some words that we're going to see in our story so we don't get tricked when we see them later. Every time you see a word, this is a process that you can do to read the word. First, look for parts you know. I'm starting with this word right here. Okay, oh, I know OR makes or. Okay, I know ING makes ing. Okay, first I look for parts I know, check. Now I'm going to decode. Or, ing. Now I'm going to blend it all together. Morning. Awesome, that word is morning. It was a long word, but I just did my process, looked for parts I know. I figured it out. Awesome. Our next word, look for parts you know. Okay. Oh, I know sh makes, SH makes sh. No, ED makes ed. Okay. Finished. Awesome. You're going to do this word yourself. Oh, I heard you. It's biggest. Nice job. Now I have some words that have 2 consonants, a double consonant in them. Okay, I know that when I see a double consonant F, it doesn't make the f sound. No, it just makes the f sound. Okay. Cliff. Digging. Go ahead and read these last 2 words yourself. Popped and running. And now we have our tricky words. Don't get tricked by your tricky words. Make sure you're doing that video to practice with Ms. Steckmeyer every single day. It's in the email. We have our tricky words. Okay. Picture? Huh? Okay, you're right. I need to practice my tricky words. You're right. It's picture. Picture, okay, and then would. Okay, I know that in a snap. It's a tricky word, but I know it because I've been practicing. When we are reading today, you're going to see these words. You're going to see a bit. A bit is like a short amount of time. I'll be back in a bit. That means I'll be back soon. Drifted off. That means carried away. Like this guy is talking too much. He's getting carried away. He's drifting off, and this other guy is like so bored. He's talking too much. You can make a connection if your teachers ever talk too much. Just like they're drifting off. And then we have a carve. To cut something away. When you carve a pumpkin, you're cutting away part of the pumpkin to make a face. Or sometimes people carve letters into a tree. That's carve. Righty, now we're going to read the hike. I'm going to read it to you first. You're going to listen, following along with your finger. And then you are going to read it all by yourself. Alrighty, the hike. The next morning, we went on a hike. After a bit, we stopped for lunch. When Max finished his lunch, he asked, "Can Kate and I look for rocks?" Jack said, "Okay." Kate, Max said to me, "bring your fork. We can use it to dig up rocks." I grabbed my fork and we went off to look for rocks. Max pointed at a bump on the side of a cliff and said, "Let's dig that rock out." The rock did not look all that large, but when we started digging, we soon saw that it was larger than it had seemed. After a bit, Max said, "Gee, it must be 2 feet long. We need to keep scratching in order to carve it out of the side of the cliff." We went on, scratching with our forks. "Let's tug on it," Max said. "I bet we can get it by ourselves." Let's see if they can get it. We grabbed and tugged it. It popped out, but so did a big cloud of sand and dust. Max and I fell down. Once the dust and sand had drifted off, I saw Max standing there with the thing in his hands. "It's not a rock," he yelled. "It's a bone." It was the biggest bone I had ever seen. It was 3 feet long. The story is over. Pretty exciting. Now is your time to read the story, The Hike, and read it in a loud and proud voice. Read it to your brother or your mom or your dog or your stuffed animal. And if you can, send a video of your teacher so we can see you reading. Now is a good time to pause, read all of this page. When you're done, unpause, and I'll go to the next page. I'm going to ask you some questions about the story that you read. Remember when we're answering questions, do we just like pull the answer out of our heads, or what do we do? Oh yeah? We go back. Do it with me. Go back. Go back to the text. One more time. Go back. Go back. Go back to the text. I will read you the question. I will help you go back to the text to find your answer. Number 1. What do Max and Kate go look for after lunch? Okay, that sounds like, now that you are done reading, I'm going to ask you some questions about what you read. Remember, we don't just pull answers out of our head. No, what do? Yep, you got it. We go back. Go back. Go back to the text. Go back. Do it with me. Go back. Go back to the text. We go back to the text to find our answer. Number 1. What do Max and Kate go look for after lunch? I'm going to go back to the text, and now you're going to pause and find the answer. Number 2, why do Max and Kate take forks with them? That's not normally something we take on hikes. Go back to the text and find your answer. You can pause the video and go to the pages, and I will click around to the pages too. When you have found found your answer, let's talk about it. I went back to the text and I found that they were digging a rock out and they were scratching. And then it says, we went on scratching with our forks. So why did they take forks with them? Yeah, they took forks with them to help them dig out the bone and the rocks. And that's what they were looking for. They were looking for rocks and they found a bone. And number 3, what kind of bone do you think they found? We know that it was a big bone. It was the biggest bone she'd ever seen. It was 3 feet long. So do you think it was a bird bone? No, it would be too small. Think about what kind of bone they might have found. We actually really don't know, but you can use the clues about how big it is to think of an animal that might have bones that big. Awesome job, amigos. We are time for our very, very last thing. It's our spelling words. Spelling tests go really fast in remote learning, and we just took a spelling test. Now you get some new words. These new words have some CK sounds, some double consonants. We have some R. We have some another double consonant. Ooh, we have that ED. Who can remember the cheer? Ed-da-ta. Ed-da-ta. It's past tense marker, spell ED. Ooh, we have that past tense marker spelled ED right there on number 6. Offer. Ooh, we have a double consonant and the ER makes And our tricky word is was. The word is, the word is was. Was is spelled W-A-S. I know it looks like it would spell was, but does was make sense? No. Was is spelled W-A-S. Tricky words don't follow the rules. That's why it sounds crazy or looks a little bit different. Please write down your spelling words and send a picture of your spelling words to your teacher. You can put them on the fridge just like my buddy Isaac did to help you remember to study them. And we are all done. Please send your spelling test with your corrections. That was the first thing we did. We took a spelling test, then we did a spelling tree. I showed you a way that you can write that down on your paper and send it to your teacher. And then our new spelling words. Please send those 3 things. We cannot wait to see your work. We miss you so, so, so much. Have a great day, first grade.